If you're here on Catch Up on YouTube channel or on the Facebook, then welcome along. You can get this movement snack a bit further along if you want to fast forward me and my blurby bit and that dodgy bit of hair that's just sprung out. Look at it. Haircuts this Saturday though, so watch this space. Thank you, Catcher-uppers. Drop us a message if you feel like it. If you're on YouTube, you might want to just say like, subscribe. You don't have to pay any money. It's not a subscription, but just let us know that you're there. It's great. Crazy. You're fuming, are you, Bex? I'd love to see you in a fuming rage, actually. That would be a change. I've never seen you in a fuming, crazy rage. Your hair's a bit crazy at times, as mine is sometimes. I've just managed to tuck this wafty bit, which isn't helped out by the sunshine that's beaming through. Right, who else is here? Who else is going to say hello to me before we get this crazy 8 train on the go? What you been doing today? The normal kind of stuff. What you been up to? Been anywhere good? What's the weather like? You know, that normal chitter chatter that keeps us going on this preamble. Thank goodness it's only 4 or 5 minutes long. Right, we've just got George coming. Hot and sunny in Cruden Bay. Well, that'll make a nice change, eh? Carol Watson's in, so we've got another Scotland in today. What's Glasgow up to? Is it hot and sunny there too? It's quite warm here, actually. I just found out I left my car keys on the windowsill all night, and the latest news round my gaff is that I don't know who's had it, but there's a horrible great rat been dumped on my lawn at the back. I don't know whether chickens have had it, or I don't know whether the cat has brought it home as a prize and a present for me. A charity preamble, sounding good. Talking of charitable things, my team, my footy team, one of the mums had a great idea to do a little sponsored something or other. So the girls are going to be raising some money so that they can get themselves like a rain top kind of training coat thingy. So any ideas? We don't really want to play mums and dads goalies. There might be a few injuries to contend with, but any ideas for some simple but fun fundraising activities that we could get stuck into would be most welcome. Right, we got Margaret Wood in, we got Ken Green joining us, and anybody else? Oh dear, what did I do there? Maddie's in. You missed the 12 noon, so you're doing a bit of back to front snacking today. That's all right, it gets done. All movement minutes count. It's cloudy up in Glasgow today. Oh, you've got some foxes. Oh, we used to have a fox that visited the garden. We used to call him Michael J. I'll leave you with that one. What's your foxes called, Maddie? Have you got names for them? It's hot reportedly in Port Talbot. Lots of washing done. Yeah, it's perfect. Getting the wash out on the line type weather, isn't it? Is it time to go yet? Hello, Diane Edwards. You're next in. Is it time to go yet? Because my knees are hurting on the floor today. Afternoon, Nanny Sanny. What you been up to? Lovely afternoon for a get-together. What, us? Or have you had a bit more of a proper get-together? Hopefully a proper one where you can give hugs and squeezes to everybody that's there. Mrs P, good afternoon. And the Dickinson duo, what are you reporting in? Something from the garden, no doubt? Yeah, you've been working in the shade. Right, Carol Kent, you missed yesterday's crazy 8s. It's just a bit of hand wafting, really. Just do your best. Willow, what time is it? She's trying to be quiet coming through the door. It's 4 o'clock. I've got it. Quickly open the door then. Right, I'm going to do the 3. Thanks, Diane. Okay, Willow, I'll see you later. Stop squeaking the doors, would you? 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon and welcome. Today is Tuesday, day 2 of our new stretch and sway routine. Get my teeth organised. It's the 8th of June 2021. You're with me, Kelsey Leverton, and I'm from Later Life Training. Just before we get going, I'll invite you to check your area and check the equipment that you're using. Equipment meaning your external support. Stable, not going anywhere, should you need it to support your balance. Chair, most important, that it's not going to fall to bits, like mine did yesterday. Steady, half between steady and stable, that chair. Feet underneath you, if you're in standing tall and sharing the weight evenly. We'll get into our posture check, lifting and lengthening through the centre of your body and lifting through the chest but pressing down the shoulders. Once you've made some maintainable adjustments and tweaks to your posture, have your external support there if you need it, and let's get moving it into some foot pedals. Just take it easy, break yourself into this circulation boosting and this movement snack steadily but most definitely, and keep moving. We've got a couple of 3 minutes here at Circ Boost time. If you're in seated, you may have some arms on your chair. You may not. You might want to bring yourself forwards in the chair, get a bit more space around you, sit up tall and get your feet foot pedaling away there as well. Move this into a leg march if you're ready. Have a focus on just the landing and the lifting of the feet so we can really work and maximise what we've got through our ankles, feet and toes. Landing down, toes, ball, heel. You'll hear 2 sounds each time you land, ball, heel, ball, heel. And as you lift, you're powering up, pushing up that knee through the lift of the heel first. Keep going, bring in an arm swing if you like. Elbows bent at 90 degrees. We've got a good, decent swing from the shoulder. Bring in both arms when you're ready. Saying that, you might want to keep just working one arm at a time if you do need to continue to hold on to your external support. Just switch sides every once in a while and we should start to feel ourselves warming up now, increasing a bit of heat and warmth through the muscles and into the joints as well. Both arms can be on the go, of course, if you feel steady and stable and coordinated in your standing position. So Crazy 8s will warm up our shoulders quite nicely. And hopefully this is doing so as well. Let's take a bit more. You might want to bring it down, start to steady it down, make everything smaller and take a pause there. Just take a few longer, deeper breaths here. And Bex started this. She started it off when we all started to go. You started that, Bex. Now, me, you and Dave, we're always in after our Circ Boost. Right, we're going to go into our Crazy 8. So whatever you see in standing is exactly the same in seated. And just stand or sit tall. We're going to start with one hand forward. So this is the middle of the number 8 that you're going to be drawing. We're going to do a bit of palm and forearm moving around as we draw the figure of 8 as well. So think about the bottom bit of the figure of 8 first. So cutting round in towards your body, out, and there's the top part. Cutting through the middle again. Now your elbow will be just moving in towards your body here and then out there. If you want to make this really big, there's going to be a lot more work onto your shoulders. So just find yourself a comfortable size of movement. Now we're going to draw the top round and we're going to come back down and we're going to pause here, pointing down. We're going to go straight into our stirring figure of 8. So one blends into the other. So we've just done the figure of 8 to this profile. Now we're doing it flat down. As if you've got a pen and you're drawing a figure of 8 on top of a tabletop or a counter. Take a pause there. Other side. Now I'm on the left now. Might feel a bit more uncoordinated on the other side. So just keep an eye on it and cut in first and then round to the top part of that figure of 8. So you'll feel your elbow tuck in and then your elbow move out to the side. And all through this figure of 8, we've got some different positions, if you can see there, of the palm. Now the next time we're going to up, over and hold it here and then draw our figure of 8 as if we are moving that along the top of a countertop or a tabletop. And then take a pause there. So we've got our figure of 8 which blends in from the front to the flat. We change sides, and the final move that we put in yesterday was starting out here. We have a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4. So one side of your body draws one side of the figure of 8 and the other side draws the other side of the figure of 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was a little bit quicker. Quick, quick, slow, slow. So we've got a little bit of pace change there coming across the body. There's a lot of flicking and working around the wrists, different shoulder positions slightly, and elbow positions as well coming into play. There we go. Now let's have a look at this from the top. We're going to do 4 of each, just lots of repetition of it. So 4 of each to the flat, to the tabletop, then changing size to the flat, to the tabletop, and then our quick, quick, slow figure of 8 using right side and left side. Take a seat if you want to be moving both arms around and not having to consider your balance or your coordination. Have a seat, you may feel better there. Here we go, starting here, drawing the bottom part of the figure of 8 first. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. And here's the last one, coming down, cutting through, and then drawing them on the tabletop. 1, 2, so the elbows low and the shoulders pressed down. 3, and there's the 4th. Getting ready with the other hand, cutting round the bottom first and up the top. Round the bottom, there's the second one. Just keep a gaze on your movement. That can help you understand where your arms and hands and fingertips are moving through to. Cutting down, getting ready for the tabletop figure of 8. 1, there's 2. Always feels a little bit different, a little bit wrong on this side. Getting ready for the cross, 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 slow, slow. Cross, cross, slow, slow. Really flow that out to the side there. And we'll have one more. There we have your sway routine. All right, let's have a look at our shoulders. Maybe you just want to focus in a little bit of shoulder circly stuff going on here in seated or standing. If you've just done your crazy 8s in standing, you might want to come and have a sit down for the stretch part of this movement snack. It's up to you. It's all around opening the chest, pressing the shoulders down, and here we go into a stretch. So you can have your hands by the side or a little bit further back, holding onto the chair, squeezing the shoulder blades, and we've got some length and some lift around the front of our body here. That'll be Willow just gone out. Alternatively, if you are in standing, you may be able to grasp your hands here and squeeze your shoulder blades together. You may not, so you could have your hands on the side of your hips Just pressing and tucking back your elbows there. There we go. Lengthening through the chest, no tension or hunching in the shoulders, and ease on out of that. There we have it. Do I want to come back on my knees? Oh, I won't. I'll come and sit on the ball. There we go. Right, upward side stretch this time. So feel free to come into seated or remain in standing. Let's have an elbow onto the shoulder and lifting and guiding, easing and pressing, but not forcing or wrenching. We got some length here, a little bit down the side of your body too. We're going to try and increase that if you can, without forcing or wrenching. Lifting up, lengthening through and getting an extra lift through that shoulder and elbow. If you're going for the full arm stretch, let's take it up now. Otherwise, just stick where you are. Hold on to the side of your chair or your external support. And we've got an upward reach rather than a bendy bend. Come out of it, just 2, 3, 4 seconds tops there. Can help us make sure that we're still breathing as well when we're holding a full reach. Let's have a go on the other side. Lifting, guiding. Don't be surprised if one side feels just that bit more stiff and more restricted than the other. But try and work through that side to improve, to progress the positioning, the flexibility, and it's your reachability, isn't it, as well, that can be benefiting from this particular stretch. Your lying down position in bed can be supported by this particular position as well. If you're ready, the arm goes up, spare hand holding on if you need to, and then an extra cobweb reaching stretch right the way from the fingertips down your body to the top of your hips. Is all lengthening through. Great feeling there through the upper side stretch. Right, let's head into our calf stretch next. So in standing, here's your option. You might prefer to hold on to something and take a decent stride back. Check what's behind you first, of course. Decent stride back. The feet, try not to crisscross them over. Have them apart, and you should just be able to see those back toes all pointing forwards. Bend the front knee. If you feel okay with your balance, you might want to take a little tilt forwards, hold on to the bent knee there. Or you might want to keep yourself in this position with your external support directly in front of you. Stretching through the calf, back leg, really that big chunky bit of muscle there that can get quite tight if we've ever worn high-heeled shoes throughout our life, or heeled shoes. That can tighten up calves over time, as can being on our feet for a long time during the day. So stretching out, lengthening, and we'll change sides. I'll leave you to change sides, because I've just remembered I've not said anything about sitting with the calf stretch. Front third of the chair, one leg straight, toes are up, your body is upright, and that's all we need to get into a calf stretch here. We've got quite a decent pull back with the toes, sneaking the heel under, and a nice stretch just coming into that area. Change sides when you're ready. No need to lean forwards on this particular thing. We should get what we need just with the pulling back of the ankle and the toes there. Take a pause. Right, those of you in standing, do you want to come and join us in seated? I'm just going to switch my chair slightly on an angle. We're going to do an inner thigh stretch. So inner thigh flexibility. Take your feet out wide, a bit wider if you can. Maybe turn out the toes, turn out the knees. It's not a very elegant sit, and it's certainly not something that you want to do if you've got a skirt on or a dress on, ladies, your summer dress. press your knees a little bit wider, but as you do that, try not to hunch up here. Press the shoulders down, push the knees out, get that lengthening going on the inner thighs. So muscles need to be strong, but they also need to have some length within them. So a good balance of strength and length, so that we can get into the positions and do the actions that we want to do with ease and comfort. And press a little bit more and recover. So this might be, in the case of inner thighs, it might be getting into or out of a bench seat or out of the car. It might be turning over in bed. If you're rolling onto your back, your legs will need to come open to kind of give you leverage to get over. Back of thigh. Lengthening out one leg then. Try and make sure that you're not too far back in your chair, because that can restrict how much you can straighten out your leg. Hands on the bent knee. Now here, we don't want to feel it in the calf, so loosen off your ankle. Lifting, tilting, and holding. Should feel that right at the back of your knee. Try not to let your knee pop up. Keep it pressed down. And if that's too uncomfortable, then just ease out of that tilt forwards position. You should feel like you're trying to lift your bottom up and away from the seat. At the same time, your heels staying down, so the muscles there have nothing else to do but to try and lengthen. And longer, more flexible muscles in the back of the leg can really help with your walking stride, your stride length, getting down and up from the floor, picking things up from the floor and reaching down towards those all-important feet, which need us to get to them, to dry between toes, to paint toenails, to trim toenails as well. Lifting, lengthening. We're on the other side now. Easing forwards. Feel as if you're trying to lift your tailbone away at the back there. We've got some support for our upper body, but try to remove tension that might be creeping into the shoulders. Are they hunching up or are they behaving themselves? Hold that for a few seconds longer, a little bit of an extra press if you like, and relax, recover, return that leg back in. Right, there we have you. We're all done. We've done our crazy eights. We've done our stretching, our flexibility work, and that'll be us all done for today. Unless you're going to take up some other crowbarable opportunities as you get into your evening tea time, evening night time. It's all there for you to have. Extra movement equals extra benefits. You know what it's like. Take care, everyone. I'll be seeing you. I'm not in tomorrow. I've got netball club after school, so it's 3 till 4, and I really can't get back in time. You'd get the preamble with me rushing down the street with my tripod in front of me, and that's not a great start. So I'll see you on Thursday. Have a great day, rest of it, and I'll catch you up soon. Take care.